Blackstone Audiobooks presents The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang. Forward. On December 13, 1937, Nanking, the capital city of nationalist China, fell to the Japanese. For Japan, this was to have been the decisive turning point in the war, the triumphant culmination of a half-year struggle against Chiang Kai-shek's armies in the Yangtze Valley. For Chinese forces, whose heroic defense of Shanghai had finally failed, and whose best troops had suffered crippling casualties, the fall of Nanking was a bitter, perhaps fatal defeat. We may now think of Nanking as a turning point of a different sort. What happened within the walls of that old city stiffened Chinese determination to recover it and to expel the invader. The Chinese government retreated, regrouped, and ultimately outlasted Japan in a war that ended only in 1945. In those 8 years, Japan would occupy Nanking, setting up a government of Chinese collaborators, but it would never rule with confidence or legitimacy. And it could never force China's surrender. To the larger world, the Rape of Nanking, as it was immediately called, turned public opinion against Japan in a way that little else could have. That is still the case in China, where several generations have now been taught of Japan's crimes and of its failure to this day to atone for them. 60 years later, the ghosts of Nanking still haunt Chinese-Japanese relations. Well, they might. The Japanese sack of China's capital was a horrific event. The mass execution of soldiers and the slaughtering and raping of tens of thousands of civilians took place in contravention of all rules of warfare. What is still stunning is that it was public rampage, evidently designed to terrorize. It was carried out in full view of international observers and largely irrespective of their efforts to stop it. And it was not a temporary lapse of military discipline, for it lasted 7 weeks. This is the terrible story that Iris Chang tells so powerfully in this first full study in English of Nanking's tragedy. We may never know precisely what motivated Japanese commanders and troops to such bestial behavior, but Ms. Chang shows more clearly than any previous account just what they...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?